Hello, Greens. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast. All right, this is the Matrix moon controlling our reality. The Earth's core. I'm going to tap into the Earth's core and then do sun channeling. So, not to say that the moon is like this horrible thing. There are some good aspects to it, but I believe it does play a role in our why our reality is the way it is. Of course, if you see it as a sphere, like a ship or however you want to word it, yeah, it plays a big role in our control. So, um, obviously, tapping into timelines, like, was it always there? Was there something else there? Some other moons there? I would say most likely when our world got, of course, you can go, no way to prove anything, but when our world became more under control, that's when our current situation came about. So, of course, you can look about it in any other way. When you're in a higher dimension, you get more moons. When you're in a lower dimension, you get one moon, or however you want to look at it. So I believe it plays a role in manipulating our society. I believe we are going into a higher dimension. It's just not always easy to see it. But I believe it is and it works. It's just not always going to be fancy about it on a physical level. It's behind the scenes. It's working. It's just not showing itself too much. Um, there are people here like Archon people that incarnated in here that are very third dimensional to keep this system going. There's some religious leaders, family, parents. They're like sent here to keep this place shut down. I'm related to one of them or several of them, and I'm not alone in that. And of course, when they incarnate here to program society, other people just take it on. So, but they're literally sent here. I believe they're Archon beings. Overall, yeah, some of them have schizophrenia, not all of them, but some of them. There's a light and dark between all of that, but some of it is connected to schizophrenics. So, just to give you a little bit hint of that, like I say, not all of them are. Yeah, because the schizophrenics is all about the brain, so you're connected to some kind of other reality that's connected, controlling system. Either they're trying to break out of it, or they're not, programming us. It gets complicated. So it's going to tap into Earth's core also. It's because it plays a lot of role in our control system that we're going through. And the sun channeling, it just connected to sun beings. That's like our spirit world, you can say. Obviously, our spirit world's here, but it's kind of like our spirit world also, depending on how you want to look at it. So, yeah, it's all about point of view. So, I figure out that's the way to go. It seems to be talking to me right now, so we'll just see where it goes. Okay, SimonStar.com. We have private sessions. We have a shop here. I'm on the 17th. Or I'm sorry, the 1st, not the 17th, the 1st of May. Same situation here. We have webinar sign up, social network, Rabbit, behind the scenes, and dating site. Oh, for some reason that's okay. Here we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, just been feeling the moon recently. Maybe I'll do more of this moon channeling, something different. Do the alien channelings and how that goes. Like, not like they're going to show up anytime soon. I mean, yes and no. It depends on how you look at it, at least on a physical level, but obviously they're here on a spiritual level. But the reason I call it the Matrix Moon, just to give it, sort of what I'm talking about. So, all right, you can call it whatever you want. So, okay, all right, blessings. Greetings to you. We are the consciousness of the moon. Yes, as a soul being, you can to connect to the moon. Yes, you visualize who's looking at you from the moon itself. Like, are there reptilian beings looking at you right now? I believe they're looking at us right now as we connect with us. And from what we see, are looking outside of a window. Like they're all on the moon looking through a window at your world or at this connection at this time. So, yes, understanding your moon on different levels is a control system. There is the reason why you feel a positive energy from the moon because there are positive beings there. But the moon is a device. It's there to control realities. It is controlling much of your oceans, actually, and the axis of your planet plays a big role in that. So that's a controlling factor there. At least in the intentions, it's seen as a positive energy, but it's actually, if your Earth was at a different axis altogether, you probably wouldn't be going through these problems anymore. It's at a certain level, just the axis of the planet itself locks it into a prison reality. So this is why your pole shift is important, and everything is important to shift your planet into a whole nother realm so you can connect more to yourselves. Yes, open up this new earth energies. Expect a lot of ocean currents shifting your earth's energy so you have a different planet altogether. So there's just a lot of negativity, of course, on your earth. Your controllers of your planet obviously are politicians. So if you're looking for controllers from the moon, they're more politics. Yeah, they've been chosen, decided to program your world. Yes, religious figures to a certain degree, but mostly it's your politicians. Not to say they're all bad and all that, but they are playing a big role in basically controlling environments, as you can tell. So it's like guiding your world to a certain direction. Your elite, so yes, basically your Illuminati beings, or much of them are on your moon, on different planets. Most of them are on other planets. Yes, good luck on cat. I mean, yes, there's a group of them here physically, but there's other Illuminati groups on other planets that very much well know your world. And many of you have actually visited them astrally. To release your planet, you've pleaded, you've put your case down, you've talked to them, some of you have been attacked. It's something that you would see like in like a fantasy story. It's just, yes, where you have the big castle, which means the big ego, and someone sitting on a throne. We're just putting this out for you. You can connect to it however you like. But yes, the moon does play a positive energy, of course, keeping life alive here. But there's another element of keeping it shut down. So once again, if your Earth is at a different axis altogether, yes, you will not be going through this. So yeah, it's being the planet is technically being used against you, as some of you feel. It's like, yeah, you're connected to Gaia, but you feel like there's something else not right here. And the planet itself has been weaponized against humans. You see how weather acts sometimes. It's like the winters aren't very kind. Even the heat isn't always very kind. So the planet is used as like a super weapon against humans. I mean, the idea is for you to have and basically not worrying about the weather, as some of you have already in the higher dimensions. I mean, yes, there's weather, but usually it's a very calm, enlightened energy. But here it's vicious. Now you can say this is so Gaia is going through the same thing you're going through, basically. So as you unlock yourself, you unlock Gaia. And there's different levels to this. And yes, Anunnaki are involved. They seem to be involved with everything. Was aware of, I mean, there's countless other beings. Like you say, this world was turned to this level. It slowly moved into this to where it is today. It wasn't just a quick shift. It was a slow, as it was starting to lose its vibration, it was slow, and then it got locked into where it is at this moment. So you are healing it within. So you can still go through your ascension, but as more humans are awakened to their powers and abilities, as some people possibly will be able to fly, obviously, the way the world is at this time, that's why a lot of powers are shut down. So, once again, as more of you open up your energies, you see your earth shift. You also see the skies change a different color. Yeah, it's more of a pinkish color. It's a lighter vibration. It's just nothing wrong with blue, but just expect your world to turn pink. Even your sands to turn pink, your oceans to turn pink. Of course, this is sometime in your future, but you can visualize these things. So, yes, there's a lot of moon beings. Now you can imagine what you want. There's a lot of insectoid beings on the moon also that aren't very kind. There are some kind ones, of course. There are mantis beings that are positive. There's even blue jay being, birds there also. Obviously, they're not, concentrate on what works for you. I mean, a lot of these beings project their energies there. They're not normally going to show themselves in the third dimension. Some grays might. But the Zetas have been developed to weaponize against your world too. The Zetas play a big role in shutting down the world too. A lot of them have been programmed like humans. So you program other aliens to program your world. So that's where your galactic war comes in. So if you have a galactic being, it's like a super race, that gets other beings to do your bidding. Kind of like your planet. You always have like a boss or something. So you get another species. So like that's why the reptilians get blamed for a lot of things. That's why the grays get. There's always somebody else that's involved. That obviously it's not going to make it too clear at this time, but you have an idea there. So, send you energies. We the Earth's core wants to speak. Greetings. We are the Earth's core. We're actually the energies of Agartha. Yes, your magic race. The authentic human at your full capacity. So that's why some of you are remembering yeah, you can say there's a war within the earth, but not a war of that you would always imagine. There's different types of conflicts. There are beings there are beings in Agartha at this time. A lot of them are troll beings. Yeah, keeping the human consciousness low of self-worth, removing the self-worth. Humans are you don't matter. You're under our spell, you're under our control. You don't belong here. So while you're here, you're under our spell. That's a lot of Agarthian beings operate. Not all, but quite a few that are vicious to your world. And you are making progress, as you can see. A lot of the dragon energies help with that. But there are trolls, there's many others with, of course, dark magicians are at a level that they're not going to make it easy to see what they're doing exactly because they don't want to see what they're up to. But, conquering your planet is an achievement. They keep it shut down. I mean, a lot of the Garthian beings, at least the darker sides, don't see your world as any significant. They don't see you just a primitive race that will always be enslaved in some form or another. But many of you incarnate here to prove that. Well, they make this place so vicious. Your modern reality, they make it so uneasy. Who wants to incarnate here? It's like you wonder why we even bother. It's like they make it so hard to be here. It's hard for positive beings to incarnate here, obviously, because they go through depression, self-destructive energies, and so forth. So, you're kind of getting the idea of why they do, why this, they want to make it so nobody wants to come here. They've achieved that quite a bit. So many of you incarnate here wonder, well, why am I choose this place? What's this up? Well, you're here to fight the war, as you can see. You're doing a war that nobody wants, and becoming more aware of your energies, the more you become. Also, some of you might even see a dragon in your. You might look up and see one, at least for a moment, or you see their third eye. There's a possible, and some of their dark dragons, positive dragon beings. Well, just a lot of beings feel like your planet does not won't achieve what it's here to achieve, and many of you are. And there's processes for this. There's timelines. Like this timeline was looked upon as the great timeline, you can say, for your, there's different stages you build up to your awakening, what you're going through at this point. You can believe it or not, it doesn't really matter. You are going through it currently. Or yes, a lot of strange things are going to happen in your physical reality, which already have happened, but expect more. Well, as you connect more to the energies of your earth, the gargoyle beings, dragon beings, mythical beings, whatever they might be, good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're connecting to them. You're becoming more aware. It's like you're pushing in out of this reality into theirs. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're connecting more to your magic, your abilities, your power. And that's what you're here for. Obviously, it's frustrating for many. They can't connect to their telekinesis or flying abilities. But, as you open up yourself, you can see more of that ability that is within you. Yeah, be yourself, be your authentic self. Allow more of this light to continue to flow through as you speak more to society, or be a part of society, and understand your role. Because everybody has a significant role here, but they're not understanding why they're here, right? Some of you are actually literally here just to fight the battle. It's not always going to make itself clear. It's like, keep going forward. Eventually, you'll know. It's kind of like being put, in an army. It's like, what's my mission? It's so secretive. You'll know later. Most likely when it's been completed. Sometimes you're better off not knowing. I mean, on a higher level, but that's, yes, classified, of course. Some of you have been trying to reach it, and it's not always easy. It's blocked on many levels. You're going to, you're releasing a lot of energies from Uranus. There's been a lot of spell work down there. There's a lot of positive with Uranus, also a lot of negative. There's also been other Neptune energies, Saturn energies have been causing difficulties here. You're here to open up those doors, go into more of who you truly are here. So in Agartha, there are Saturn beings there. There are even Luciferian beings there. Lucifer type of beings. I'll let you connect to what that looks like. But our beings from Uranus and Agartha's all type. That's where they can. That's the easiest place where they can appear out of nowhere, and show themselves. Of course, they're usually easily seen. Even fairy beings, it's like, someone's here, and then the alien being has to make themselves known. So, yes, this world is a galactic war on all levels. You can say, yeah, this is like a galactic Vietnam. And the technology warfare that's happening here is attack on society. Not to say technology is bad, but some of the technology is used against humans, as you can see. So, let's see. Greetings, you. Yeah, energies from the sun. Yes, we have a consciousness. We have alien energies. You can say, yes, we are tapped into your spirit world, or basically part of genetics of your world and other worlds of allowing you to know more about yourself. So sun energies, sun creation within your own self, like seeing yourself as fire, to truly heal yourself. Fire is a healing element, positive healing element. It can also be seen as blue. You can also see your sun as a blue energy. Or there are white suns also. You can see it any color you wish. It gives you more of an identity of why you are here. Yes, there you can see there's a lot of yes. There's also an Arcturian world war that's here, meaning that there's Arcturian beings that fought against each other, magic beings. I feel like they are custodians of the universe, like or your galaxy at least, definitely universe. Like, but there are some Arcturians that did go bad on each other. Like all other beings, Palladians have gone against some, some alien beings like Arcturians are known to turn Palladian beings bad. So, I mean, when you have a higher vibrational being abusing its power, healing that is not easy. First off, is anyone going to believe you? No. It's like, why would they do that? But it is true. It's like when you see some of these corporations or people, it's like they would never do anything wrong, but then they end up doing something wrong. So same thing with the alien beings here. Some of them are brought here to protect the planet and end up doing something quite opposite. So you're getting to know more of your place here. Yeah, there are some Arcturian beings that are not here for your good. And they're very powerful also. So as you unlock yourselves, it's going to be hard accepting some of these truths, but it's necessary. Like you might see them as an insectoid being as a villain because they look like an insectoid being, but they're not always the bad guy. Same thing with the reptilians. I mean, there are some that are abusing their power, but there are some beings that are seen as always positive, but are not always the case. And it's difficult to digest it. So understanding that layer of consciousness is not easy to handle, but that's, I mean, how your ascension is going to occur, how you're going to, how you're going to move forward. Some of you will move forward, it's like, oh yeah, I can see that a mile away, but not everyone's going to see that. They're going to have trouble accepting it, just like anything else, like any other scandal on your planet. Those that put a lot of energy and they believed in these beings, and they find out that, oh, maybe I shouldn't be trusting that being anymore. And the same thing to do with some of your spiritual teachers that aren't aware that they've been hijacked themselves. Of course, they have a large amount of people because, of course, they're going to send them a lot of people because they keep people isolated. They keep them from growing. They grow a little bit. They might feel like they're growing, but they're not going to the next level. The next level is connecting to the universe, connecting to a sun being, connecting to your spirit guides, literally like astral projecting to your spirit guide energies, actually seeing them for better or for worse. You agree with them or not. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get spirit guides they don't agree with at all, but they know what's best for you. It's kind of like having parents. It's like, you might not like your parents. It's like, don't eat that, don't do this, but overall, it's been better for you. So there's a lot of that going on too. Of course, there are road guides that are just horrible, yes, but it's like having a brother, or once again, it's like having or a parent that's just completely dark, and that happens also. But as sun vibrations, there's civilizations within the sun that you can tap into. You can see there's multiple realities there. So there's nobody that's wrong. I mean, even if you see a low vibrational world, you're seeing something that most people aren't going to want to see, but it probably doesn't everything exists there. So your sun has been battling. There's a war here? It's just the way it is. To keep keep your world, your planet going. Because a lot of beings do not want the sun to exist anymore. I mean, how do you take out a world? You take out the sun. So many of you have been alien beings protecting the sun, and you remember too. That's why you feel so fondness of the sun. The sun's been good to you. But some of you have also protected the moon, and you've had some positive connections there, some negative. So, and they say as part of your secret space program, you can say if you're part of your secret space program, protecting your sun is quite a experience. So you're basically going deeper into your consciousness here. Well, the sun, connecting to the sun, brings in many truths. And are you ready for your own truth? Are you ready for the truth that's happening here? Yes, and it's going to be very hard as you're going through this next ascension phase. It's going to be a very deep Well, as you trust yourself and you get more balance with you, you can see more of where the world's going. And that's the idea. All of these messages from here and other places, but is this basically help you balance yourself out to find figure out who you are overall? What is necessary for this moment? Tomorrow is another moment. The next day is another moment. Is the idea because you know there's more to yourself, and you're every day you're reaching towards it. Obviously, when you're getting closer to finding yourself, there's going to be beings going to attack you, shut you down, go into your mind, make you hate yourself, whatever it might be. But there's also a part of that is that your shadow work is being activated too. Like you might be going again, you might be getting attacked, but also there's shadow work to be done. It's like, why'd you get yourself into this? What karma are you here to clear? Because many of you had negative lifetimes in other places, and you come here to clear that karma. Once again, incarnating in a world that doesn't want you here. It wants beings here that does what it's told. And that's why it's a mass majority here. Those that go against it obviously do not survive very long. Or they do, but it's not easy. So a lot of your wars in the past had a lot to do with just taking people out that are like yourselves, that want to awaken, want to evolve. So they make it nearly impossible to be here. That's why there's so few of you here. I mean, there's a good portion, but there's not really billions of those that are connected to alien energies on a spiritual level where you're just, yeah, there's very few. We don't have a number, but it's few. I mean, you're gaining numbers now, but basically it's connected to your authentic earth. Basically, it's connected to your world where you don't have these control systems anymore. Where you have your powers. That's what you're working towards. Uh, yeah, it's been a battle, as you can see. They don't want you to know who you are. They're doing everything they can to shut you down. That doesn't mean they're going to stop now, but you are getting somewhere. And some of you can feel it. That's all we have at this time.